They can hear you, now they can hear me. Now we're gonna
Whoa.
go.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh.
You know
Ooh.
what? There's something really strange. I'll wait until it stopped freezing. But there's something really strange that whenever I try to transition between the screens on for the D&D stuff, it like freezes. Streamlabs. It didn't happen last night during Friday streams. On with that, but hello and welcome to episode 22.
Somewhere around that.
22. No, 23 for you guys. 23.
23. Yeah. Okay. So we're on 23. We'll get on top of that. We'll definitely know by next time what episode. Welcome to episode 23 of the Fall of Mireon campaign on our show Give a Crit. I am your humble DM, as always, Yonch from yonchandyona. I am joined by less players than usual, but nowhere near as bad as usual.
What? How dare you?
I'm saying Dave's gone. Dave's the bad one.
Oh, poor Dave. That's so heartbreaking.
No. I'm joined by three lovely people. Two of them being our usual players, one of them being our guest. And we'll start from top left. Yona.
That's me. I'm Yona. I'm playing Briar. What happened last session that would be significant for Briar? Oh, well, like, her brother died. That could be significant, I think.
Uh-oh, yeah.
But we did bring him back, so it's okay. She doesn't have to deal with that trauma right now. He's living, but he's tired, so...
I mean, like, do you want to
She's
shout
our
your
wizard
socials?
and an elf, and I'm King Yona. It's all on the screen. I'm here every week, guys.
Okay, sure. Let's move on over to Joe. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Gregor Delilah. In the last fight, I think he got a lot of Hydra blood on his armor, so it's getting cleaned right now, which is why he doesn't have it with him.
Big brain.
Also, Elden Ring is a very good video game.
Joe, you carry on talking about Elden Ring, I will cry. Okay.
It's just so beautiful. Okay, that's it.
Play Elden Ring.
Do you want to shout your socials, Joe?
What?
No, he doesn't.
Do you want to shout your socials? Like, what do you do?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can find me at Toggle Quest. Yeah, I like to write about video games and just the general video game culture and what it means to me and what I think it means to other people.
Very good.
And yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's very good. And then finally, we have Bardic Dice.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bardic Dice. I also stream here on Twitch, and I play Ronan Starbrand, the ruffled old adventurer who's coming and helping the young lads. He's a Earth Genasi cleric druid, so he's got some heals for people. I also stream here on Twitch Wednesdays and Thursdays. We do Feywild and my own homebrew game, Fates United, both at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, quite a different time zone, but that's all right. But super excited to be back for second part. So thank you so much for bringing back.
Yona and Joe, that's how you do it. So take notes. That's how you shout yourself
Look, it took like 50 episodes to get that like elevator pitch down. So
we're professionals.
Even though we have the character portraits cycling through below me, I'm going to quickly turn off everyone's cameras so you get to see what they look like.
Also, take Thal out of the character portraits that are cycling, maybe.
No.
For now. Okay, well, we just have two versions of him.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll just have a different version of him that isn't here.
There you go. He's out now.
Get out of there.
How easy that was. Okay, he's out. Anyway, let's get started.
He's out.
Last session, we left off with our adventurers investigating a shipwreck after saving the town from elemental method. they were attacked by not attacked, but they were confronted by a dragon and a rider. At which point they made the very smart decision of just letting it leave. Upon letting it leave, you guys headed to the coast to again, like I said, the shipwreck after sending Briar's adoptive mother, Briar and Thal's adoptive mother, to Seoul to escape the upcoming war. You guys headed to the shipwreck and found a water elemental searching for something. After a little bit of conversation with it, due to the party members who spoke primordial, you discovered it was looking for a bottle, upon which being found, it just took it and headed to a nearby cave.
We just
No words, it just left.
Have a good day.
So you followed it to the cave and found a split path, one heading to the left downwards into further into the cave, and one to the right, which seemed to lead to a hydra. Upon receiving this information, you made the very smart decision about fighting the hydra, in which you managed to fell it, but not before one of your party members was killed by it, Thal, your dragonborn paladin. After his death, Ronan gave up a considerable price in order to bring him back, along with you all making pleas to him, and narrowly failed the till Gregor used Lucky to allow me to re-roll in order to bring him back. At the end of the session, ended with you see Thal take one last before coming back life, but in a very catatonic state. He doesn't really seem to be.
He's out of it.
He's out of it, yeah.
Poor Thal. Okay.
That said, do you think this cave is now safe enough to perhaps take a little nap before we go look at the water elemental?
Outside was safe-ish. If we go back out the front, we could take a breather. Maybe not sleep, but we could sit down, mend our wounds.
Catch your breath a little bit.
Especially after, and I sort of look down at Thal, who's kind of lulling in and out of consciousness. Perhaps we should take him out into the sun as well. He's an easy target.
Yes, I agree. We can. Yeah. If we could set up, we could maybe hide him, put some leaves over him so that he's not. Unless we're going to carry him around with us.
But no, I guess not. I suppose you're right. We could pretend he's sunbathing on the beach, perhaps.
I could fashion a baby Bjorn thing and we can take turns carrying him.
Well, I think the only one that could, and I look at all of us, is maybe only Ronan. I think
while you guys are having this, Thal opens an eye but doesn't say. But as he does, you see a glow, and around him, dense, long gnarled roots and like vines burst from the ground and wrap around him in the stone. And you see, even in the cave, sort of from like a known source, a ray of light like falls down upon him.
Is that good? Is he being taken anyway? Excuse me. I like knock on the wood. He's ours.
When you touch the wood, when you knock on the wood, you just feel this overwhelming feeling of okay, like not peace in terms of resting. Like he's okay, like reassurance, like comfort.
Is this to keep him safe, do we think?
I think so.
If I hit it, I want to hit it to test it, to see if it'll do something if something attacks it. Not that I'm angry at God or whatever it may be.
Go for it. Here, take my axe. Go ahead, give it to whack.
You are all about pressing the red buttons, aren't you? He just died.
I'm trying to make sure he'll be safe. I smack into the wood.
You
I want
smack
to make
into the
sure.
wood. How hard?
I mean, I don't think I have the capacity to. I don't think I've trained in axes or.
What's your intention? Is it to hurt
I'm just.
Val?
No, my intention is to test the protective barrier.
Okay. As you hit into it, a bunch of thorns fire out towards you, but stop just short of you, and then slowly recoil back in.
Okay. Okay. Yep. That's
Looks
good.
like it's fine. Yes. All right.
I give the axe back. I should really practice with that.
If you noticed, his holy symbol glowed. Whatever deity he prays to is looking over him.
Yes, there's been some contention there. He follows Corellin, the elven god. Which, first of all, elves in this world are not seen lightly. But his father was the high priest of another religion, and now he holds a weapon that is the holy symbol of the other religion. So I'm not sure what his relationship is with God, which is why I was testing it.
That's
I wanted to
fair.
make sure God wasn't just being vindictive or something.
That's high above my pay grade. Then that's very good to know.
I mean, you're more of a religious man than me. And I look over.
I look to the stars and hope that the natural cycle of things continue. Keep it quite simple, actually.
I feel like the stars are a better guide than God. Maybe we shouldn't get into that right now.
Especially with the glowing.
Yeah,
Right.
perhaps. Never mind, I take it back. I look up to the ceiling. Do you think we could sit here then?
I think we'll be fine here.
Yeah, I think so.
Sort of flop down onto the ground.
It is nice. I'll rest up against the roots that Thal is being protected by. You can reach.
Yeah, as you lean on the roots, they don't seem to attack you. Seems to be purely based. Something of note, though.
Just come out and start.
Yeah, massaging him.
Out the tension in your shoulders.
Yes, that's nice.
Something of note, though, as you guys are sat resting, you see the blood that seems to be pooling underneath the hydra that you killed. From it seems to be lots of mushrooms and cave moss and stuff sprouting from the ground beneath.
Do hydras have fertile blood?
Well, either that or there's something with this cave that that grows anything based on blood being spilled on it.
Take like
Can
one
I
of the
walk
fresh
over to the
wounds and just put it on the ground.
Yeah.
One of the what, sorry? Your fresh wounds.
Yeah, kind of like taking my own blood and kind of wiping it on a rock or soil.
Yes, so you take your blood and you wipe on a rock and nothing's just have no.
Could be more of the hydra's blood.
Right.
Should we? Does anyone have vials or bottles or anything like that?
I feel like we must have. Let me look.
I don't think we do.
I rifle through my stuff. Let me see.
You have a brand new sack.
Oh yes.
We do have a sack. I don't think. Well, I put my hand in the sack. Is there any bottles in here?
You think about bottles?
Or vials? I think of bottles first and then vials. I'm gonna get wine as a result.
You think about bottles and you pull out like an old, looks like a milk bottle, glass milk bottle.
Cool.
There seems to be liquid
empty?
inside of it still.
Oh no, there's liquid. Oh no.
And this has been milk. What you can guess.
I'm gonna pop it open and sniff it.
Inside the bag, there is no oxygen. There it is in the astral plane. They seem to have really done anything. It seems like a bit old. Like you sniff it, it smells like warm. It could be like on the verge of turning. right now. It seems.
Does anybody want any milk before it turns?
Hmm.
It's good for your bones.
Yes, but I don't like bag milk, so
You don't
I
like
think
bag milk? Have you had bag milk before?
I've not, but it seems as though that bag does funny things, and I do not want milk that comes from it.
Well, we need the bottle.
Yes, well, dump it. Maybe milk will make things grow.
Okay, I'll
everyone
test if.
can't pour out the milk. You need to drink it, or
Yeah, I love
Like-
that simple answer of like, dump it. Like, oh,
Obviously. Oh my god. I'm gonna dump out a little bit of it to see if it does the same, the fungus and stuff.
you
If
dump
it
it on
doesn't,
the
I'll just
ground?
drink it.
You dump it on the ground, and no fungus is just a bit of milk on the.
It's just milk, and then I'm gonna drink it.
Drink
It's
it.
just milk. Yes.
You really have an obsession with just like touching buttons, huh? Luckily,
People just need to stop giving Briar things.
roll me a Constitution save.
Okay. Okay.
I take a step back when she takes a drink.
8.
8. Okay, you take a sip, and what you're expecting to just taste like cow's milk. It's great. You drink it, and
Yeah.
what hits your throat tastes almost coppery, like acidic. And at first you don't realize, and then you do, and immediately, and you throw up all of the milk that you just drank, along with
I'm
whatever
so
was
sorry.
still left in your.
could have told you that might have happened.
Always avoid bag milk.
You know what? I'll pull out my journal and write that down. Always
Yeah,
avoid
young adventurers always have to try your first bag milk.
Okay,
I
well, I
wanna
have
walk-
an empty bottle.
Good.
I'll wash it in the sea and let you do your thing.
I wonder what this Hydra has going on, other than the magic soil blood. I'm gonna walk around the Hydra, see if it has things and stuffs.
No, as you're walking around it, no, actually make a patient check.
Maybe it does. I will. I rolled a 16. There it is.
Okay, as you're walking around, you don't see anything in particular. In terms of, it's just a Hydra. They're more bestial, so they don't really carry weapons, armor. There's a few things that you do notice. Obviously, the blood seems to have some sort of magical effect, depending on whatever that is. Investigate, but also the Hydra scales seemed tough to fight against, so perhaps they could be made into an armor to skin. Really from exactly what is on the Hydra, it's just you treat it as any other beast, anything that you
Got it.
get from a like meat, bones, any interesting physiological anomalies.
Heads.
I think Thal may like. He's been through a lot. Perhaps he'll enjoy some armor made of the scales of this Hydra.
True. Get to,
I want to skin a little bit of it, and
Oh.
to bring to Thal once he.
Can you start skinning it?
Up and at him, yeah.
Roll me a survival check.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This cave was right at the ocean, right? Like, I can run in and out and wash it really easy.
Oh
Okay.
man, so I did bad. I cut my thumb.
What did you
I
roll?
rolled a natural one.
Okay.
5.
Not quite. You like stab into it, and as you do, you pull it back. You pull the dagger back out because you're like I need a starting point, so you stab in and you put a little bit, and then you pull it back out. And as you do, it's the first thing that hits you is it smells a lot, and then you go, oh god. And as you rear back, this liquid seems to spray out of this cut that you made, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw also.
Oh no.
I always go against the scales. Okay.
I
Never
thought that's
mind.
what I was doing, but it's so iridescent I couldn't see. What do you say, Constitution?
Yeah.
Iridescent Hydra. I love that.
15.
15. As this, you're not quite sure what this is as it hits you, but it hits you all the way down the side, like your right arm and your shoulder, and it immediately starts eating through your clothes. Seems to be some sort of acid from within the Hydra, and as it touches your skin, it burns. So bad. You take
Ouch.
Oh no.
15 points of acid damage.
Damn.
Ah.
Okay.
But afterwards, like after the one spray it hits you, the whatever was like causing this pressurization within the Hydra released all of its pressure. But yeah, like your entire shoulder, the armor, and your skin are all burnt away.
Damn. I would recommend against skinning this, at least right now. It got me, and I point to my shoulder.
Do you need some healing for that?
No, it's fine.
I get up and just start bandaging.
Yeah. I just need to rest.
I also
Just
druid
need a minute.
craft just a couple flowers to cover up Briar's throat because it's starting
Thank
to
you.
waft.
Thank you.
Just some just best little flowers.
Take out a small patch. You
Love.
take out a small pouch and take out ocean seed. Just toss them onto the stick and then druid craft. Small flowers start sprouting from it. Like the small flowers of like blue and yellow. Wildflowers pop. More pleasant.
That is nice.
In this section that Gregor cut open to and got attacked through, is there also blood coming out?
Eventually, like after like when the spout of acid, little bits of blood out of it. Now it seems to be pooling. There's not really coming out because he stabbed into the top of it. It seems to be pooling with blood. Like the wound is filled up with.
Okay. Can I like cut sort of like a funnel almost to like get the blood to pour into the bottle so it's easy to collect? I just carve like a small.
You want to do it from that
V
exact
out.
cut, or just generally?
Does it look like all of the acid is gone?
No. You would
Okay.
probably have to wash it out again, but after you start pouring it in, you recognize that because of where you're pouring it from, it's just mixing with whatever was already inside.
Ah,
have to
I'll
pour
pour
it
it
back
out. I'll run outside again to the sea, shiggle it around.
Yes. You guys are really active during your little breaks
Yes.
after a fight, aren't you?
I really can't sit still. I'm gonna go for a head that's still on it, and
You can
just sort of
easily
like
fill
carve
up
that open.
small vial of hydro blood.
Yeah.
By
And then
small
I'll
vial, I
put
mean
that in the bag.
like a milk bottle of hydro blood.
A milk bottle of hydro
Yeah.
blood. Do you think maybe we should collect some of the acid too?
Won't it eat through the bottle?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't when I poured it with the blood.
If you would like to grab acid, you are more than welcome to. I will stand over here and watch.
Okay. I grab into the bag and look for vials this time. Please don't give me milk.
Are you still hurting?
I'm in a lot of pain. Right now.
Should you rest first before attempting this?
That's what I think. I say, leaning against the thing that Sal's being covered by.
I look
You
at
do know I can't do that twice in one day. Actually, I can't do it again. Period. I need another diamond.
Ah, fine.
You reach into
Sit
the
down.
bag and you think of vials, and you get like a handful of like 5 vials. Empty.
I just like roll them around for the next half hour to an hour, like a cat. I'm like pawing them between. Like,
Nothing particularly happens over the. You guys can roll your hit die. You get back anything. You get back on a anything that you.
hit die, hit die.
I can
my God.
do. I have Song of Rest, so
You have free hit die, I believe. Or free D.
yeah, you get. Horns regain hit points at the end of a short rest. spending 1 or more hit die. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Are you rolling that? Or are we doing it individually?
Oh, let's see. Extra hit points increases to 1d8 at 9th level. We are
We are 9th level.
So everyone gets an extra D8 that they can.
Yep. Cool.
Another 3. And then that'll do. That's good. I'm over what my normal maximum would be now. So
Awesome.
that'll do me.
3.
Okay.
All right.
Can I? Am I allowed
That
now?
is nice.
Your song was lovely, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It was just an old ditty I learned long ago.
We should sing that as we travel. I like it.
I will.
By the way, you are quite a craftsman with words. Your inspiration during that battle was something.
He is.
Well, you don't need to say that, but thank you very much.
I mean it. I don't waste my words on lies.
Very
like
good.
that.
I mean, it is what I do, it's what I offer. So if I am to call myself a bard, I damn well be a good one.
I've met some that get away with fart jokes, and it's not quite as exquisite.
Yes, that is. I did those a lot at the beginning of my career, but then you learn
Grow out of them.
things. Yes,
It's a
indeed.
chuckle. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but
There is a time and a place for those, still, even to this day, but I try to avoid them.
I've never
you
heard
can
one.
do an acid thing if you really want.
Well, I will, but I've never heard a fart joke. Do either of you have a good one? Have you heard a good one?
I have, but see, one thing that you probably shouldn't do with a bard, though, is out of a performance or battle setting, is to say, "Hey, you're a bard. Say something. Do the thing." So, but perhaps maybe in the next fight or next inn that we're staying at, I will perform and I will do one just for you.
If he offers a finger to pull it.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Oh, you'll see.
You'll see.
Okay. And I get up and I take my vials excitedly over and start trying to get acid.
Roll survival check. This one's a bit more in depth. You have to like open the wound and make sure that the blood doesn't touch the poison or the poisoner without damage.
9.
9.
Not great.
You managed to get the poison without any blood into the vial, but what Gregor said does come to light where as you pour in the poison, the acid, it just eats through the bottom of the bottle, like the vial, and then you have to quickly jump out of the way before it hits as it leaks. It seems that you would need special like vials treatment, special encampment or liquid in order to keep.
You were right, Gregor.
Yes. Well,
So sad.
I know. The acid will still be here, Bri. It is all right.
Well, it's not. It's just that now we can't use it. Now it's stuck in this thing. Unless you can carry this around and use it like those bagpipe things I've heard.
The hydrazine.
Do you think you could do that? No? I believe in
I
you.
don't think so.
Val couldn't.
Well, he would
I
try
think
though.
if you really put your heart into it, I think you could do it.
Yes.
But I will
Perhaps
force
we
it.
should.
Tell me
Perhaps
how
we
you
should
wanna
go and
survive
look.
this
In
one.
Let's forget it. It doesn't matter. I got the blood.
Yes.
We can do we want to skin it before we go? For Thou? Or shall we do that afterwards?
I go back to the spot that I made the initial cut, and see if I could start skinning it there, and hopefully.
Could give another attempt. It would take you hours, at least. If you rolled well and more people were doing. Like I said, this creature huge is. I think it's about 25 feet by 25 feet by however tall. So it is a big creature. There's a lot of scales, which means you could probably make multiple sets of armor out of it, but it would take you a long.
Could I get a scale, or would that even?
You could get a scale. I'd say you could get a scale.
Okay. I think
dagger and pry it off.
Gregor goes over there with the full intention of like skinning it, thinking he's gonna like do a real good job, and it's really hard, and he pops off a scale. I think we can just start with this. I can make him perhaps a necklace or something. Maybe I think that might be better for now.
Or we could take a scale off of every creature that we kill and combine them together into like a shield or something.
I like that. I put the scale in my pocket or my satchel of some kind that I have.
No problem. So now you're in the cave. After your rest, you have across left, back down, further into. Well, you technically could go out of the cave, go back down further into the cave, or you could go up to the right from where the Hydra came.
Well, it would seem if the Hydra is not there anymore, something would not be expecting us to come from the way the Hydra would be. If you wanted to go see if there's maybe a path down that way.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. If anything was up there, it probably got killed already by the Hydra.
Right. Yes,
seems safest to me.
Yeah, I may not have the ability to do as many rhymes at the moment, but let's just hope that is okay.
Are we sneaking? Or are we just going for it now? I mean, we were loud in that combat, so...
We were a bit loud, yes.
Should we just go for it?
Let's just go for it.
Okay. I start heading that way.
Let's make like a tree and split.
Oh, we're all going different ways.
Like branches. That is poetic in a way.
You're heading up, right? The Hydra came?
Yeah.
As you start heading up to the right, you start seeing more and more gore, viscerals and probably the mic.
I was about to let you know that.
So, yeah, I see that. That's really good. Maybe I'll just try to bring it closer. We'll see if that's better. Let me know. Greg, thank you though. So yeah, about halfway up, you spot.
Sorry, just picked up there because it's fine on Discord. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
1 second then.
Yes.
Technical.
Yeah, we were having issues last night too, so I don't know what's going
on. Hello?
Oh gosh.
What, is that bad now?
Hello. No, just the background noise is very loud now. But it might not be on stream.
It won't be on stream, my god. Okay, let me just quickly try to fix it. Oh, you're gonna love some technical difficulties.
You love to see it.
Welcome to yonchandyona, episode 23. If you haven't given a follow, consider dropping that bell down below.
Thank you. Apparently seems fine now, so we're just gonna roll with it. Yes.
To follow up on that before you continue, we have it on YouTube and on a podcast format now, so if you want to catch up, please do. No, go ahead.
Oh my god, yeah, I totally didn't do the stinger today. I went to do our announcements and then move on to the actual game, so next time. Anyway,
that whole thing.
We did. Anyway.
It's like Invincible where the title just comes out like random way later. Like...
Yeah.
During a break or something.
A quick mention though, I do want to say, just take a break in the middle of the session because of technical difficulties to say we are currently only 3 followers off 100. So if you have any friends that you think would enjoy the content, or any alt accounts, no, I'm kidding. No, but if you have any friends that you think would enjoy the content, please don't just like. Honestly, I would prefer if you didn't just send it to random people. Like, only introduce this to people that you really think would enjoy it. Please do. At 100, we will do a next 24-hour stream, which will probably involve a longer D&D session if everyone can be made available for that. So that's pretty cool.
Could have people hop in and out of that one.
Yeah.
Like
try to get some guests in that. That'd be pretty neat. But to get back into it.
Anyway.
About halfway up the about halfway up the tunnel to the right, you see another break off that seems to go to the left into the wall, which again leads deeper into the cave again. Or you can keep going north. What's everyone's perception? Can everyone roll perception?
I can.
Actually, that'll give. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do.
Is this based on sound or is
No,
this...
it's based purely on sight.
Okay, 10 then.
16?
16.
8. Nice. Okay, so you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow, RFR. Mike, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, so Briar and Ronan, you're a bit distracted trying to actually, because you two being the more cautious of the two, funnily enough. Well, the smart one and the cautious one.
There we go.
You guys realize the situation you're in, the fact that you guys are maybe a bit in a bad way. So, you guys are more absorbed with trying to work out what's the safest way to get through her, whereas Joe, also known as Gregor, you're a bard. You look for adventure. You look for riches, and what you spot could be that. Deep in the back of the cave, further north, which was the way you were heading, at this crossroads, you see the glimmer of what looks like it could be treasure.
I see the glimmer of what looks like treasure right over there.
Oh god. Do you want to go and get it?
Right?
Of course.
Riches can be the eye folly of the downfall. Just be careful.
Is it? I look for traps.
Well, you sure roll investigation.
I'm like walking slowly towards it, and I'm like looking around.
So you guys keep going upwards towards the treasure. Okay, cool. Yeah, roll investigation. Roll looking for traps.
8.
From what you can see, you start looking around, and you swear to God you see a thin wire moving across the ground, about 20 feet away from you.
Right. I'm gonna do. I have a thing that I do produce flame, and then I like extinguish it like really quickly to create smoke, and I kind of fan it with my hand over the wire.
Okay.
In the idea that you can like see this, like maybe there's a light source from elsewhere, or I have dark vision, so the wire seems like what would be like a laser, or I see it as a different color.
Yeah, so you create a flame, then you cup it and you blow it towards the wire, and as it hits where the wire would be, you realize it was just a reflection of light on the ground. There doesn't really seem to be any traps. Those of you, the rest of you can probably deduce that the trap was maybe the Hydra that ran from this direction.
Could have been.
Seems to be all clear. And I keep walking.
Go ahead.
Okay. You guys get all the way up to this this top area. Sort of as you guys make your way up there, the cave seems to gets darker and darker. So those of you, if you don't have dark vision, then that could be an issue. I think everyone has dark vision here right now.
Yeah.
The world does fade into black and white though. do bear that in mind. Division you do only see in tones of grey. As you get deeper and deeper, the cave gets more musty and thicker, but you do see a pile of treasure. It surrounded by more corpses of animals, fish life, like aquatic life, people, all seem to be just packed into one big pile and matted together. What looks like, because you can't really see the color, you get closer and then you eventually see the shape. It seems to be pieces of gold, platinum, copper, and silver, all mounted together with a few items within it, but also just bodies. Like you find like somebody, like a person's rib cage filled with gold, and it just seems to be like the creature, like whoever is storing their gold here. Because everyone roll me Arcana or roll me Nature, either one or the other. You can choose.
Arcana, huh? 26.
Yeah. Where's Arcana? There it is.
Oh, my good rolls are last week.
Yeah. We're getting them out of the way just in case.
We have a 26, a 15, and a
6. 7 minus 1.
Nice. The 15 and the 15 specifically. Let's go from the 6 to the 26. The 6, you don't really. You're looking around and you're trying to relate this to something, but you're not really sure what. You're like, of course, it's a big lizard. It probably has treasure, right? Like a dragon. Dragons have treasure, so.
He's probably more distracted because treasure doesn't mean much to him. He's actually probably saying a silent prayer to each of the bodies, but also maybe trying to find signs of his fallen.
That's probably right. Yeah. Gregor, you look over it and you think you're a bit confused about why it has treasure. Like it doesn't need it. Like as far as you could aware, you were aware it wasn't particularly a smart creature, so that like it wouldn't be able to attribute this to anything. So like that confuses you a little bit, but I mean, again, it's treasure, so it would be better served probably with you to have it. So you're not gonna complain about it.
Right. Yes.
Briar, you knowing a little bit more about like you studied creatures when you went to mage college. Hydras don't keep treasure because they literally have no use for it. They don't really come across it often. The only time that hydras would even see it is remotely, is if, for example, a ship, like they happened upon a shipwreck, but then they don't really collect it. They don't collect resources. They don't collect magical items, scrolls, anything really. They just they're very hungry. They're ravenous. They eat a lot,
like a wolf.
Yeah, but more so, like it's almost like they're cursed with eternal hunger. They are like they are gluttonous. But you also know, just general things about hydras, their scales can give armor specific properties. You don't really know the properties, you just know their scales are magical. But also their blood can be made into a potion of regeneration due to its regenerative effects. When it comes to the heads of the hydra, it can be reverse engineered into a potion of regeneration to be used on like humanoids, like limbs and such.
Yeah, I'm just like contemplating the things that we've gathered from the body as we walk over. I'm like, by the way, this blood could be turned into a potion of regeneration. I'm not sure how it will work, whether it just gives us more vigor, or if it's actual regeneration, like the Hydra's heads. Perhaps like if you lose an arm and you could drink it and get an arm back. I'm not sure, but I've just figured that would be fun to share.
If you lose a head, will 2 more grow back?
Ooh, I hope not. I don't know if I would like having 2 heads.
That would be... Yes, it would be terrifying.
Double the poetry,
so we're like,
though, maybe.
Yeah.
Double the knowledge.
What if I argue with myself? What if one head says, I write better poetry than you?
You could have a rap battle with yourself.
We could have a poetry rap battle. Interesting. The loser has their heads wrapped. That's what you mean, yes?
Yes. No, I meant rapport, but rap being the head also could work.
I see. I go back to
also,
looking at the treasure.
Yeah, also hydras don't typically collect treasure. So we might want to be wary it could be something else around here. The only thing I know, the rumors, the dragons like to have a hoard. It could be something like that. Or it could be a person.
Think there's a dragon?
I mean, we saw one earlier.
Right.
There's nothing to say he doesn't live here.
Oh gosh. All right. So this
Um,
looks like there's like skeletons with gold inside, like Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yeah, it less looks like somebody purposely put it there, and it just looks like a big pile of corpses, gold, magic, like maybe magic items, like items, and like just wealth, just have been all piled on top of each other.
From like a super basic standpoint, then it looks more like a dragon horde than it looks like a human putting things to hold them.
It looks
Right.
like this Hydra maybe happened upon a horde and then
Okay,
just
yeah.
started using it, but like not particularly because
Yeah.
like it just started eating things around it, and then as it moved around, it knocked the bodies into the gold, and then like didn't
Yeah.
care about it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. It looks,
Makes sense.
It looks accidental at most.
Okay.
I see.
I was going to say watchdog, but no, I mean, I think your points are actually make more sense.
Is there any identifying features on the bodies? I want to, if any of them are from town, perhaps we could give them back to their loved ones, and I sort of
idea.
start looking over
Like
the
Roll
the
investigate.
corpses.
Everyone can do that. Looking up.
I'll help Ronan instead, because I'm not great at this, and this is more Ronan's thing.
Not really.
People are more Ronan's thing
look.
than Briar's.
But,
Gregor's looking too.
You have an advantage on your investigation.
I'll cast guidance, kind of like saying a little prayer, trying to help. Well, hopefully that'll go any better. Nope. Well, here's hoping for the bard.
Oh god.
That's an 8.
Even with advantage?
6 and 7.
Okay.
-1, +1 for guidance.
Okay.
No.
You do find some things though, like a lot of from what you can tell, a lot of the clothing or markings of a lot of the people were just destroyed as part of the process of eating them. It's mostly skeletons within the cave. You do find one corpse of what looks like preserved somehow. You're not really sure how, but you being a man of the sea as much as possible, recognize it as some sort of like brine. Like it seems like maybe he was at the bottom of the ocean, and like the salt from a particular patch of the ocean may have like sort of preserved him in a way. He seems to be wearing an armor. Like a light leather armor with a symbol on it that none of you have ever seen apart from once at the shipwreck. It doesn't seem to be a symbol of any house, any trading company, any religion that you have ever seen before. In any sex of your guys' life, like it's not a religious mark. It's not a bar. It's not like a company or like a brewery or another bard's mark, and it isn't like an arcane signature at all. It's a symbol that you guys have never seen before.
Do you think they would want to be back on the boat in their resting?
I think that is reasonable to assume. Brad, can you perhaps remember this symbol in that brain of yours that remembers things so well?
Yes, I'm gonna glare at the symbol. I'll also write it down
later.
in my book.
I will send you a picture of what the symbol looks like later.
It is in there. It's in my brain.
Maybe on our way out we can grab this poor fellow and take him to his ship.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Have you spotted anything that we didn't catch on your side of the pile, Gregor?
I looked down at the 9 that I rolled.
No.
No.
Man.
Don't see
upon investigating, you notice that there's a lot less humanoid corpses than you were expecting. There seems to be like one or two, and mostly just like animals and aquatic life.
Okay.
How about instead you guys count the gold and look through the items and see if there's anything that looks interesting, and I will have one final search of the bodies just in case we've missed anything. Like once you've moved the gold off of them and such, maybe there's something that we haven't seen.
Okay, yes, I can do that. I start
Yeah.
shoveling off some of the gold with my axe, like trying to
Check the
make
rest of
clear
the cave
where the
first.
bodies are.
But we want to come back.
We can come back. I'm not saying we need to take any of it. It's just
Right.
if you guys start moving it, I can have a quick glance
Well, I just
underneath
meant,
things.
in case anyone else is here and hears us. That's all.
Oh, that's true. But
We
again,
have been talking pretty loudly, to be fair. So. That's a good point. Never mind.
hello.
Don't call them over
hello.
everyone.
We seem to be okay for
Sure.
now.
It's just
Well,
us.
The disappointment on Ronan's face, I kind of glance and go like, oh, look down at the bodies.
should have actually pressed that button. Should not have given her that button to press.
I'll do a last search if that's allowed.
Okay,
Just
so you
put
guys
in this as
are
a third one.
assessing the wealth here and also searching for more hints on who these people are.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe like a necklace is stuck underneath the gold, so once it's moved a bit, I'd be able to tell something more.
So just as an overview, there is a lot of gold. There is some platinum. There doesn't seem to actually be very much copper or silver. To count the exact amount would take a long time. Probably just as long as skinning the beast is a lot. Like when I said this is like a big pile. This is a big pile. There is a few art objects that you find. Specifically, there is a painted gold war mask and a silver chalice set with moonstones. And there seems to be a few items of note as well. We'll get to those in a second. Briar, roll me an investigation check to see if you can find any more information.
21.
Nice.
21. Yes. So beneath the armor of the guard, the man in the armor set that was preserved, you managed to pull out what looks like a religious symbol.
Does anyone know this?
You can roll religion. Anyone can do that.
I look at it.
I'll have a think on what I know, but I don't. Religion's not my thing.
What did I roll here?
Wow, I rolled.
Oh.
23.
I also rolled a 23. Why is our religious boy not getting this?
I really did not pay attention at the temple.
I was just too busy looking at the stars.
You guys, fine. You guys look at the symbol and it takes you a second, but you immediately because it's kind of hard to see what it actually is. But as you turn it and you manipulate it, you realize it's a symbol of a god that you know of. It seems to be two waves that are crashing apart from each other in the center. It is the symbol of Umberlee. The also known, and because you rolled so high, you would know some of her other names. You would know she is either Umberlee, the Great Queen of the Sea, the Wave Mother, or the Bitch Queen.
Yes. Yes.
I do remember that. I did not know that was associated with her.
Many a sea shanty has been written about Umberlee.
She is she is like the she is worshipped usually out of fear due to how destructive her powers are over the sea. She is very much the unbridled tempest. Just so you guys know.
If he followed Umberlee, do you think maybe he wanted to be at the bottom of the ocean in death?
I don't know.
I don't know if we're allowed to make that decision after the fact.
And if we bring him back to the water, is there a chance that Umberlee then takes offense to that and drops the ocean on us?
See, I want to be respectful and give them a last rite of some kind, but maybe it's best we don't.
Maybe we can just do this. And I set up like a, I don't know, I don't know much about. I know about singing a funeral dirge, but I'll just set a few of the gold coins or gold around the body, like outlining it, and maybe just makes it look like a nicer place to have a final rest.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys rolled 26. I need to brush up very quickly on this, but
23, but
23. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
but I believe you could probably deduce what they want to happen when they die.
Oh, that's handy.
I guess coming from a sea town, I would maybe know a couple
Yeah.
people that would have followed them.
Well, you're probably right. Yeah. So they worshipped they worship Umberlee out of fear of not dying at sea, but that's kind of what's going to happen regardless, because that's what happens to a lot of like a
Ships.
lot of ships in general. Not even in the world of Mireon, where the sea is particularly distasteful of people traversing it. Yeah, you probably are better off just returning him to the sea and letting Umberlee do what he wants with it with them.
Okay.
So we could return him to the sea after. Well, I mean, not right now. We have things to do, but
Sure.
once we know everything's safe and we're on our way out anyway, um, it's the least we can do. We can't do anything else for these guys. And I look at the skeletons.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick break so we can get Dave in here since he's back, and then we'll continue after the break. So, thank you all for being here again. Remember to share and follow and hit that bell notification.
Are you gonna throw that stinger up for the break?
Yeah,
Or are you gonna do ad
I'll
break?
throw the when we get back. I'll throw the stinger up.
Okay.
So, BRB. Okay.
BRB.
Oh god, no, things are being bad. There we go. We're back.
We gotta.
Turnips and vodka. So it's just
What? Oh god.
That's not.
Turnips and
Let's not go
vodka.
there.
Ew.
Turnip and turn up.
Turnip and
Oh hell
turnip.
yeah!
Turnips, yes. It's a new stream, guys. We've done it.
God. Right, okay.
Yes.
Welcome back. We are joined now by one extra person. Hi, Dave. You made it back in time for
Hi.
the second half of the session.
Sure did. I'm happy to be here.
So before we get fully back into the swing of things, Dave, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Dave, and I'm playing Thal, Briar's adoptive brother, Green Dragonborn Paladin. Right now, I am resting after dying.
Right now I am out.
There's no socials on the screen, Dave, but do you have any socials you want to plug?
No.
Not yet. Okay.
I was going to
Pause.
say the bar was set really low for your intro,
Yeah, it
but you
was.
met it.
You
met
had
the bar
it. You
there.
did it.
It's
Well
fine.
done. And
fine.
because we were fucking stupid. Sorry, because I was fucking stupid at the start of the session, I forgot to play the stinger. So we'll see you right after this. Right after this thing.
We'll see if it has sound this time.
Nope.
Wonderful.
Ah. Dude. Oh shit! Fuck.
Oh,
The
That's a
pressure.
dragon.
Delilah.
it's too much responsibility.
Half-orc. Bar.
Playing cards.
Songbird.
Us.
Dead. R.I.P. Me. That's me.
Put that fire out.
That's me. Oh my god, Fall of Mireon.
New campaign.
Oh, and the cameras are broken. And we're back.
There it is.
Okay. So
Wow, we're
fucking,
professionals.
okay.
I want that clipped. I want to watch that later.
Put that fire out.
Intro ever.
Put that fire out.
Okay, and welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. I just realized like our viewership like doubled when we went on breaks. Maybe we should just have a stream dedicated to fully only going on breaks.
Yeah, just
no,
the
but-
BRB screen.
But thank you so much for sticking with us. We got about half a session left. I know Joe just have to bounce early, so if that happens, then we're gonna have a whole camera setup issue, and we'll work it out anyway.
It'll be
You
fine.
you guys are all in the back of the cave, bar Thal, who Thal. You woke up and you looked around and you saw far in the distance. You saw your friends heading in that direction, but you seem to be covered in these thorns, like a huge cage of thorns have wrapped over you. And as you open your eyes, you feel that sensation that it's from your god. It was a protective measure that your god put in place to make sure that the party could continue on their journey, but not leave you unsafe. So. As soon as you wake up, you start making your way out, and the vines start to fall away, but it takes a little bit of effort, which is why you're a little bit behind them. But you manage to get up and you manage to fall after them, at which point you hear in the distance, hello, 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 echoing from what sounds like Briar. As you follow
See, I
the
told
sound,
you.
Just summon
Quick question. Am I still at 1 HP?
you are. Oh no, you could have taken a shot. You could have taken a short rest, so you can spend your hit
Oh.
die. You also have an extra D8 because of Song of Rest.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Would love to do that.
But you managed to catch up with the rest of the party, who are currently counting gold and trying to place where the few humanoid corpses are from within this little area. I'll let them explain what's going on.
I'm like hunched over a drowned man. We could throw him into the ocean.
3, 4.
I look at the pile and look at how many he's started counting.
I dropped my part of my pile into Ronan's pile. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Oh,
think
it's
I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. I hadn't gotten far. 1,
Okay.
3.
How long did you guys take enough time to count them all? It took you about an hour between all of you.
I'm just doing until whatever.
Yeah, I think we'll do it until we notice that that Thal has showed up, right?
Okay, that wouldn't take very long.
Right.
But let's say
watch this for an hour.
let's say for ease of work, if you guys don't mind spending about an hour there, you could take about an hour to count up all of the gold and all the wealth that you guys have found. You find about 7,851 gold pieces.
Damn.
You find
oh my god, how many? Wait.
7,851.
Okay.
Okay, you got that? Gold pieces.
I got that. Yeah.
You find 1,432 platinum pieces.
Nice.
You find 2 art objects worth 750 gold pieces each. That is 1 painted gold war mask and 1 silver chalice set with moonstones.
Okay.
And finally, you find a shield, a set of half plate, a stone that seems to give off magical vibrations, and there's one more thing. 1 second, let me wait. And you find, where is it? Where could I have it?
It's gone.
Here. Gone. Maybe you don't find anything else.
I found a
honestly,
lot.
This is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
You also did die, so.
Well,
Worth it.
we've made like triple the money we used to bring him back, so.
And a bracelet. Not a bracelet, sorry, a necklace.
More than triple.
Necklace?
Yes.
A necklace. Does that also have vibes?
Yes. All of these things have vibes.
Also vibes. Wait, the half plate and the shield also have vibes?
Yes. Also, not a
Ooh.
necklace, it's a ring. My bad.
Okay, it was a bracelet, then it was a necklace,
and then a ring.
Now it's a ring. Okay.
It is a ring. Okay, give me a break here.
Oh, there's a lot of vibes, it seems.
There's
happening.
so many vibes. I can have a look over a couple of them, if you want. How long do we want to stay here? Would we rather we just pick them up on the way out, and I could check them when we're safer, in a house or something? It only takes me 11 minutes per item today.
Well, I think we've been here for an hour already, so what's however that much math more?
True. I'm not against taking the time if you. Are you okay, Thal?
Oh,
I just peek my head around a corner.
Are you okay?
Good morning.
Oh my god!
good morning.
You were out of the acorn. You were.
Yes. I'm reborn.
Are you alright?
I
I drop all the stuff I have.
am better than I thought I'd be.
Run over to him. I start doing the really mum thing where I move his face around, looking for parts where he's injured, and move his arm.
Right.
I mean, he's pretty scraped up, even with his health generation. He's covered in bandages, sort of medicinal poultices stuffed into wounds and stuff like that. That's what a short rest is. You guys bandaging yourselves up. So you're still looking.
Was there a lasting scar, like meaningful change to his aesthetic after that death?
Sure. You know what? Sure.
Oh, sorry, did not mean that.
No, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Well, right in the center of
right
in the center of your chest, there is about an inch divot, an inch drop into your chest, in a giant circle in the center where you were hit so hard it sort of pushed the flesh backwards and ripped it out. So even though you've healed over, you've got a very noticeable about inch deep circle in the middle of your chest.
Holy shit, I'm concave.
Yeah,
His
you
concave
have
voice.
you have an inch concave.
Oof.
Oh,
I have this now.
all right.
Ooh.
It's very tender
Well,
to
but
the touch as well.
Yeah.
It could
But
come
other
in
than that-
handy. You could be
For
like
what?
laying down, looking at a fire, and you have like nuts or something, little peanuts in
Like
his
a-
little
Oh,
bowl.
I put a little
a-
plate in there.
He's a
Yes.
bowl?
Oh, yes, you can put little snacks.
You could like hide things in there and bandage
Mhm.
it, like sneak stuff in. if you
True.
need to.
That is
Ooh,
brilliant.
You could be a bird bath.
be a bird bath. Yes.
Why not?
Then you just watch them.
I
Little
look up at
birds.
the roof of the cave, intending to look at the sky, and I think about Husker when you say bird bath.
Oh. Any scratches that are like surface level, like they do not matter, like a little graze or whatever. Any of them that I spot, I give a little like healing mum kiss to. I'm like,
You're sweet. So sorry I went out. I'm sorry I couldn't be
No.
there. What did I miss? What
Um,
have you done?
we've
Aside
counted
from
things.
all of that,
Gregor's
Wow.
arm got burned.
Yes,
I got burned.
there was
Yes.
acid in the Hydra. Would you believe it?
Ugh.
Really?
Mushroom sprouted from the blood.
Right.
Yes.
Can I see?
Still have not figured that one out.
But we have the blood.
No, but wait, regeneration. Is that maybe why? Is it regenerating the earth
Maybe.
and growing extra limbs, which would be like the mushrooms and
Do you know regeneration, Thal?
In what way?
Do you know like the
Limbs?
spell? I guess. Does it? Do you know how to? Are you familiar with it?
No. I've heard tales, but
Mm,
I can't regenerate anything. I can heal, but
Hmm.
I
that
see.
won't bring back an arm.
Further
I-
research
Unfortunately.
required.
I don't know how to, but I know that the blood that we gathered can be made into a regeneration potion. I think we'd have to find someone with like alchemical skills better than I
Hmm.
have, but it could be, and that might be useful to have, especially if you go down again. Wait, no, I don't want to think about that. I turn around and start looking at the loot again.
Let's not think about that.
A little bit more information on each of the items. The ring
Yeah.
looks like a small shield with gold banding and small blue gems along it.
Mhm.
The armor is a deep red set of armor that seems to like have armor plates that go up where the neck would be as well, specifically. The shield. Honestly, actually, just kind of like the shield looks kind of boring. You get magical vibes, but it is just a normal shield from the looks of it. And finally, the stone is a pink and a marbled pink and green sphere. Perfect sphere.
Hmm.
I kind of pull them all into a pail. Is there anything specific that you'd want me to look at first? I am inclined to look at the ring because of my,
Sure. Yes.
But if anybody would rather I look at something else first, I can. I
No.
can wait.
I don't know. Go for the ring.
Go for the ring.
Okay, I sit down and pick it up,
You
try it
can-
on,
you,
and start
you
doing my.
identify.
Yeah, I'll identify. I'm not gonna just attune for no reason.
Okay.
Well,
You-
am I?
It's a nice ring.
It doesn't. Yeah, it does. It does require attunement. Make sure you keep track of your attunement slots.
Yes, but quick question. I know I've asked this so many times and I forget it every
You're
time.
free.
When I identify with ritual casting,
It doesn't take up
I
a spell
don't
slot.
use a spell slot.
No.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I can just I'll identify.
Okay. You identify it as a ring of protection. While you are wearing this ring and are attuned to it, you have a +1 to your armor class and saving throws,
Ooh.
and it doesn't count as armor.
Handy.
It's like wearing armor, but not.
I think that's a
Write this
kind
down
of
somewhere because I will forget about it as soon as I close it. I need to know
Okay,
that.
wait.
Ring of protection +1 AC.
+1 AC and saving throws.
Yep.
Okay, first one done. Do you want me to keep going? I mean, you guys can sit and relax for the next, like, another hour if you want. I can go through all of
44 minutes.
them.
I do that, and then I start flipping a coin, and then I have Ronan and Thal compete over if it's heads or tails, and we do that for 40.
For 44 minutes.
Ronan probably does that like twice and is like, okay, and then gets up and starts food crafting all the bodies into like more peaceful things, and he just lets the two of them do that.
Okay.
I keep guessing tails. I just keep guessing tails.
You get it right about half the amount of
No.
time.
Yeah.
I think we should roll for that 44 times, yes?
44 D2s. Let's go.
Okay,
On
what do you do
44,
next?
That's plenty.
Tails are 2s.
That's plenty. What do you identify next?
Let's go with the shield because it looks boring, so I'm intrigued.
The boring looking shield is also something that requires the 2 men, and it is an animated shield. While you're holding this shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps from your hand into the air and hovers in space to protect you as if you were wielding it, while leaving your hands free. It remains animated for 1 minute, or until you use a bonus action to end the effect, or until you're incapacitated or die. At which point the shield falls to the ground into your hand if you have it free. Basically, it is a shield that allows you to also wield 2-handed weapons.
Damn.
I'll gently slide that over to like the 2 big boy fighters of the group and just continue searching. I'm like, have fun.
Wait, what? Oh,
That is
tails.
handy.
What is that?
Tails.
Damn, we got tails again.
So you can cancel it by using the word dying, or is that it? Like most items.
Being incapacitated also.
Cancel it by using word.
I'll send the screenshot, it's fine.
Okay. I'll stop typing it down.
I was expecting all these to be very small because I forgot about it. There you go.
Okay,
Welcome.
I'll move on to half plate because yet again, big boy need protect. So.
Very easy one. It's an adamantine half plate. It doesn't require attunement. But it is a suit of armor reinforced with adamantine, one of the hardest substances in existence. While wearing it, any crit hit against you becomes a normal hit. Basically, you're immune to critical hits.
Oof. I know another game where I really need that.
Yet again, I say out loud what it is and slide it to the pile with the shield. I'm like, again, I can... the shield I could technically use if nobody else takes it, so I'd say hurry up. But the armor I can't.
On this.
Yeah, well, yes. Otherwise, I'm taking them all. So, come on now. No, I can't wear the armor. I just carry it around in the bag.
Okay, one final thing. You want to identify it?
Yes. Yes.
You find an Iron Stone of Leadership.
Ooh.
It's a very simple one. You toss it into the air as an action. It does require attunement. It orbits your head at 3 feet distance. While it orbits you, your charisma score is increased by 2 to a maximum of 20.
I might go over and gently just place it in Gregor's lap while he's flipping coins. Like, I think this one's for you.
Basically, people can try to take it from you by grabbing it if they succeed a dexterity check. They can also attack it because it has an AC of 24, 10 hit points, and resistance to all damage.
Nice.
Whoa.
Not bad.
So basically, it has 20 hit points. I don't know why they didn't just give it 20 hit points, but like,
Right? Yeah.
What is it? Will it? Does it attack? What does it do?
No, it increases your charisma by 2 points.
Oh,
To a
It
maximum
has-
of 20.
oh.
But it's destructible.
Yeah,
so
but somebody can like attack it in the air.
If
Basically.
they want to screw you over. a
Yeah,
bit.
if you just want to reduce your charisma by 2.
But I think it's
How-
tiny, so like, good luck.
How much space
I-
does my? We don't know because we don't know how much stuff's in it. The bag of holding thing that we have.
Ooh. Right.
Mm.
I'm gonna test that while they're trying to figure out who's claiming what. I'm gonna start throwing the coins in and see how much we can get in before it stops letting us.
You get. So, are you doing the platinum coins or the gold coins first?
I'll start with platinum because why
worth
wouldn't
more.
I?
You get all the platinum in,
Okay, great.
and then you get 1,250 coins into the air gold, and then you try to put it in, and it just floats down on top of like this void.
Okay.
Hmm.
I filled our bag to the brim
see.
with coins,
Oh,
which
and
means
that is
all
that.
of this on the floor. Either we can carry ourselves or we can leave.
Did you start with the platinum or the gold?
I started with the platinum.
Okay, just making sure.
We got all the platinum and a bit of the gold. So there's still like what 6,000 ish, 6,000 something left.
You could always come back for it, or you could leave it for the town.
Oh, yes, we
That
could
is a good idea.
tell them to come here and get it. Or
So-
well,
Should we guide them in here? Accompany them?
probably.
I'd be more than happy to help them too. I'm sure
That
you
is
all
nice.
are quite busy, but
Can I take the Iron Stone of Leadership and I want to like attune to it.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll like flip it like I'm flipping a coin, and does it float above my head like
Yeah,
a
eventually.
sim diamond?
So you flip it, you like flick it up into the air over and over again during your attunement, and then as soon as it's attuned, you flick it up one more time, and you're expecting it to come back down. It just hovers about 3 feet away from you in the air.
Cool.
I attack
And-
it immediately. No kidding.
I destroy it.
Guiding
Roger.
bolt.
But your AC is now not your AC. Sorry, your charisma is now too higher to a maximum of 20. So I don't know what your current charisma is, but it can only go as high as 20.
Charisma is 17, so we'll
That's
go
19.
Nice.
Lovely.
Do 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 do
Uh,
do do.
I'll slide the ring onto myself and be like, if anybody else wants it, they can have it. I'll take the shield for the ring. If
Think
nobody
it fits you
wants.
perfectly.
The ring looks good.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
That leaves 2.
Yes, the armor and the shield.
Goes
Roland,
up.
I feel you deserve one of these as well.
No,
Of course.
No. I am man of simple means.
You're the man who resurrected me.
True.
Also fair.
That is true. Also fair.
Well, I mean, could you not use both?
Oh, I absolutely could. And I would love to. But
Please
fair's
do.
fair.
I'd also want to make sure you stay alive. So anything that can help you. Unfortunately, I'm
is-
really sorry. I can't redo my Death Ward spells again, so I won't be able to offer that to you.
That's okay. That's perfectly fine.
So please.
This looks really
Take one.
fancy. I hold up the armor.
I think it would look good on you.
Suit up.
Something of note about adamantine armor, even though it's classified as a magic item, it is still mundane. It's just made out of a very tough metal. So just bear that in mind. Like if you go inside an anti-magic area, you still have immunity to crits. But it also is just half plate, so there isn't like a half plate plus 2. It's just whatever the AC of half plate is.
Okay. Well, the crit to non-crit thing is massive on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a guy that plays in marquee games, yeah, who crits every other roll.
I can
Alright.
take
Let's
some.
use this.
Hmm?
The armor. I would love to use
Oh.
this.
Oh yeah, take it, take it. Do you need some help putting it on? Or do you not want to do that right now? We are in the middle of a cave.
Let's
So-
wait.
Okay. I could take some money out of the bag again, so that we have some space to put things in. Unless we all want to sit here and hypothesize about what might be in the bag and hope that we can just pull things out. I already got bag milk, so
Mhm.
that's the standard we're thinking of
We're
here.
still keeping that. That didn't go well last time we drank it.
Right.
No, the bag milk I drank it and it's gone now. There's no more bag milk. Wait,
All
I
of it?
put my hand in.
I'm
Is there
looking
more
for bag
bag
milk.
milk?
There's no more bag milk.
There's no more bag milk.
Is there bread?
I put my hand in. Bread.
No bread.
Oh,
I don't know
disappointing.
who owned this that had milk but no bread.
How dare they?
Amateurs.
I mean, they go together. It's natural.
Fish, maybe?
You
Put my
know,
hand in for fish.
I do
Has a
remember
fish.
Regulus always drinking milk and no bread. No, it's probably not. It's probably not. You guys
Did he
just
like
bad mouthing
fish?
someone.
I pull out a bunch of fish. Was he a fan of fish?
No,
Milk with no
that was-
bread.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Okay, okay. Because you can have it if it
It was a joke.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Okay, so the position that you are in the cave right now, you can either go back the way you came and check the ways to the left that you found, or there is one more way to the left, up at the top of the
Right,
cave.
to the left.
I don't know. I think we should just leave.
I think that's
Good.
everything, right? I mean, you have treasure, you killed a Hydra. What else
Yeah,
could
we're,
there be?
we're done.
That bottle's gone.
I've not seen a single thing about a water elemental, so we must be in the wrong
I mean, you must
place.
have gone in the wrong cave.
Yeah, those are just foul beast.
Or maybe this way. if you want to
Maybe.
go.
Or maybe that.
All right.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Let's go
I
left.
start walking. Yeah.
But
Up,
which,
up, up, up.
which way left? Because obviously it does matter.
This
Like,
way left.
So, 1 second, I've done.
Oops.
The audio listeners,
did-
I don't know, which left are you going?
The top
going
left. The
left
highest
at the
left
top of the
them all.
cave. Thank you.
The top of the
okay.
lefts.
Whilst you go,
Bestest left.
you go down the left part of the cave and you get met by a curving path that eventually leads you into a room. I will describe said room in one moment. When
Cool.
that is room 9.
9.
Room 9. Room 9 contains a large stone table, silverware, bones thrown across the room, large claw marks ripped through paintings, tablecloths with remnants of a large creature that seem to have been partially eaten and then left and discarded, including a seemingly a baby whale carcass broken across the room. Okay, come on, guys. Now a baby whale.
I just thought there was a baby.
With a broken wall to the right, which is the wall that you're currently walking through. So on the opposite way, you see doors, because you guys can't tell. You're not supposed to come through. You see 2 doors. You see, as you enter the room, you see 3 doors. You see 2 on the wall that you are walking to the opposite that you're walking through, and 1 further down on the wall that you're currently inside. Like on the wall that you currently came through. Let me try to reveal this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this was the Hydra's home?
Something specifically there as
be.
well. You've gone from a very rough cave, which seemed like a natural cave, to what looks like a building, but not particularly one that seems to have been from underground. As you look around the room, you notice that a lot of the walls seem to be crumbling in on themselves due to the weight above them. It doesn't seem that this was really built to be placed underground.
Well, it seems like it could collapse at any moment.
Then we should move fast.
Yes.
Would Ronan
Are
be
we-
familiar with any building that would be around this area or would back in the day?
Good
Roll like a
question.
history check.
Based on how that's been rolling today. Okay. Now I roll well. 18.
18. Okay.
Nice.
Ronan, being a man of the sea, a man of at the times where you were out collecting traps and fishing, you met a lot of people that have stories passed on. It kind of becomes a boring job to just collect traps. So a lot of the time is actually spent telling stories. A lot of fishermen double as bards in the same way as collecting tales and passing them on. And you've heard of stories of great human kingdoms that ruled Mireon long before the current ones. Civilizations so large that they dwarfed Citadel, which is a city that is about 50 miles wide. Just kingdoms that were built for gods, more specifically. You've heard stories about that, and this, although it doesn't really feel that way, it could be. There was talks of that the world swallowed them. Great primordial titans from below pulled the cities down for their worship of the gods. That being supported by two giant hands that seem to be rising from the ground, or seem to have risen from the ground a few years ago, very south of Tradite, where you live. Sort of started these rumors. But yeah, so there are stories of these human kingdoms being pulled into the ground. So this could be one of them, and that's really all you've got.
Damn.
I'll retell that to everybody.
This could be.
Whoa.
I want to look at. Well, I don't think there should be a baby whale carcass in here. Does water get up this high? And I want to walk to a wall or whatever to see if there's moss growing or any
To a point,
evidence of.
yeah. So the whole cave floor up to this point has been a little bit like there's been like a very shallow water, because the entrance to the cave is the mouth of like a cove.
Right.
As you come into here, the walls feel damp, like maybe some of the dirt on the outside, the dirt and sand is like a damp because you're on the coast. So the stones seem to be damp as well, but not there isn't like water trickling in. The Americans are really having a hard time right now, aren't they? I just noticed.
Like back and forth with the yawns. Sorry.
Yes.
No, it's good. It's early.
Once they start, it's so hard to get rid of them,
We,
man.
we,
know.
we appreciate
It really
we appreciate you being here. Sorry, continue.
So I wonder if this little guy got in here during a time of high tide, perhaps.
Easy, yeah. The Hydra could have pulled it in, feasted upon it.
Yes, that too. Should we? Do we see a path beyond here?
Yeah,
The doors, right?
there seems to be a door up here. Well, I think Aeon's already doing it. Down here, and there's one door over here, and there also seems to be a pathway that leads back out into the natural cave here.
Okay.
So that's there is two doors in this room that seem to head west, one higher than the other. One that heads east, and then a stone, like a cave-like pathway to the south of this room.
Okay. Can I look in here?
Yeah, sure. As you open that door and you look on in, it seems like a very mundane room. Maybe not what you were expecting. It seems to be like a storage room of sorts. There seems to be replacement tablecloths and silverware, limited like chairs and napkins and such. It just seems to be like a storeroom for the dining room that you're currently in.
Got it.
Can I look at the whale carcass? Ronan's not very bright, but he does know medicine pretty well. Can he just take a quick glance and know, is it something that's been like chewed upon or ripped apart,
Yeah, sure.
or like cleanly cut?
Roll medicine.
Math is great in the morning. 15.
15. With a 15, you can't really place how it died, but you can place that it has been eaten. It seemed to have been. It's not particularly rotten, so it was like a newer kill, most likely from the Hydra. And it has been eaten. You don't know if the Hydra killed it or not, or how it was placed there, but it was definitely been feasted upon.
Definitely chunks of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good enough. Just making sure there wasn't someone that's like clearly slicing, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely long rips of meat rather than cutting it.
And I'm guessing we feel like the Hydra could fit back here. I know it gets a little narrow.
Yeah, so that's one point. So this part here is probably where. Oh, I'm sorry. This part here where the twins are. It probably would have been hard to push through there, but probably. That is a point of that is something that you do realize though is it's kind of strange that that would be in this room because the Hydra would have had a hard time fitting between that little part. So that's
Maybe his heads can get in there.
Keep our eyes out.
Yes.
But there could be more. I mean, we know the elementals in here. So.
Yeah, like we said, we should move quickly though, in case. And I look up at the roof.
That's fair.
Do we want to go deeper in?
Always.
In for a platinum,
Yes.
in for a gold, I suppose.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm gonna start moving with intention towards this door. If anyone stops me, that's fine. But that's where I'm heading.
Okay.
Maybe I
Anybody
should put on
stop? Okay.
I'll
You,
follow.
as you head over to that wall, you see like a indented part of the wall that seems to be spaced like a small corridor that would lead to another room. But when you get to the end of it, all you see is a wall, like it's like a dead end. You can take from what you will from that. It looks like it may have been used to store like chairs that aren't being in use or like small statuettes and stuff. Like it's like just like a little indent into the wall.
But, well,
something feels off about it is probably the best way to say that.
Can I press it? Can I press like touch the wall?
Press the wall. You roll an investigation.
Press that wall, Gregor.
I will. Investigation. Here it comes.
Ooh.
22.
You press around on the wall, and you manage to get it to like you press like in between this like little slot in the wall that seems to be like a little hole, and you press into it, and you can feel movement, but it doesn't. It seems like there's something not quite working. It just feels that you know now that there's definitely like a door here, like a hidden door, but you haven't seemed to have met the requirements to opening it.
Okay, I relay that. So there must be something in here that perhaps opens this.
Like a key?
Or perhaps I try to stick my axe blade in there. Does it fit?
No, the hole is like it's like small enough to only get like half your hand into.
Okay.
Is
Could
there
be a key.
any of the statuettes? Or is there even anything there, really? Is it just mostly empty and rubble?
There's no statuettes that seem to be still functional in terms of like most of the decoration in this room has crumbled or been destroyed by a beast rampaging through.
Okay.
No stone would fit in there.
No.
Does it seem like it could be open from this side or from the other side?
True.
Could open from the other side. Maybe this other. Well, let's look in here, and I walk out, and I'll go over to this area.
Yeah, what's
The
going on
south
there?
door. What's in that door?
The southern door on the western side seems to open into it seems to open first of all into a large room. Let me reveal it and let me pull my notes for that room. That is room. As you enter room 8, you notice broken bunk beds, old mildewed chests, and a set of almost ancient-looking clothes that seem to be falling apart. When you touch them, they very much do. They like rip apart, like it's like pulling on like fabric away from each other. Whatever seems to be holding these clothes together seems to have fallen apart a long time ago. It seems like the remnants of like an old servant's quarters.
Okay.
This is this is all feeling very familiar. Am I the only one getting sort of memories of when we were also in a building that was underground?
Oh, yes.
It wasn't
Okay.
here, so it's not the same building, but
Any goo at all. We leave.
don't touch it. Don't touch any goo.
Don't touch any goo, right? You said there's chests in here?
Yeah, it seems like old, like slowly rotting chests.
Okay. There could be a chance that they left keys or a key if there is indeed a way to access it at the door, and I open and look through to see.
Well, you open it to look through, and you see, like I said, you see like a bunch of old clothes. But personal belongings, it seem to be books that, as you like gently put like finger through them, seem to be written like a very old form of common. That seems to just really describe the daily routine of like a maid. Like, you know, I got up and I cleaned the kitchen. The master said it wasn't up to scratch, so now I must do it again today. You know, that sort of thing. It really just seems like somebody trying to keep track of their life in this building, as far as you can decipher it. Apart from that, there doesn't seem to be keys, because something that you've noticed that there doesn't seem to be any locks on any of the doors that you've encountered up to.
Just kind of walking up next to Thal. Ronan's gonna give him Vigilant Blessing, so you get advantage on next initiative roll, just in case.
Just in case.
Thank you.
You know, since
Very
I feel
useful,
bad
very
about the
useful.
whole death
To add to
thing.
that, the shield. That's attunement, right?
Yes,
But if I just hold it up, I can still use it as a regular shield.
sure.
Okay, cool. I will do that.
Cool. Wait, so from this room, there's only one exit of this room, and it goes to the south? There's nothing heading north?
Yes. Nope. Just one exit.
How strange.
Do we get into that other room? Do we need to? We don't. I'm sorry.
No, I want to as well. It's okay. I understand.
Circle
The
back,
adventurous
or
spirit.
want to blast through it if you guys really want to try and get through it.
We could.
That may bring the whole place down.
True.
Yeah, I am being very
rather not.
incautious. You guys are very rubbing off on me in a very bad way. Feels very out
How
of
about we
character.
exercise a bit of caution?
But we can investigate what we can get to first, and perhaps we'll find something that'll slot into that
That works for me.
door frame thing. And then we can come back to this if there's not. Maybe we'll blow it up.
Right.
I head south.
Same Z's. Same Z's.
Okay, as you enter into this room, you see another corridor leading off the west, as well as, let me, again,
Oh god.
pull the notes. Oh god, I just messed up all the cameras really quick.
We just saw Dave's forehead in 4K.
I'm staring at it.
Something about this room. As you enter into it, you see an incredibly destroyed room. This doesn't look just like of age. There are sets of armor lining the ground as well as lining the walls, and some of them there for show, some of them pinned to the wall by giant, well, not giant, but large, thick arrows, pin them to the wall, almost like ballistas. As well as like you see sets of like portraits of like long forgotten people, but a lot of them seem to have the paint seems to have eaten through the canvas and they're like ripped and falling apart. It seems like the remnants of an ancient battle. Also, you see some torn heraldry. It is of gold and silver. Unless you guys are proficient in history, there's no real way you would know what this is. But if you are, then you can roll for it.
Not me.
Unfortunately, not.
So no, none of you guys even remotely have a chance of knowing what this house is.
It seems
Unless
they
we're
had
legends
a
have played
rough
them, so-
ending. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Are there bodies?
There are skeletons. So
Skeletons, right?
pretty much in every set of armor, apart from the ones that are like propped up, there's like a skeleton of what looks like a human. Like they have all of like the skeletal formation of a human.
Should we maybe take one of the tattered heraldries? My God, and see if we can find someone that might know this. I mean, it's an ancient building. I'm sure that someone will have some interest in this being here.
Just a bit of
Yes, I
heraldry.
agree.
I don't see the harm in it.
Especially if we then give it over to whoever is going to be here. It would be returning it back to the owner or whatever. Maybe a museum or someone,
Ah, good
an
idea.
archaeologist or something like that. How big is this heraldry? Like, are we talking like the big ones that hang from roof to floor?
Yes, that you'd have to roll it up and it'd be like a rug basically. But thinner. It's still like a cotton, not like a thick rug. It would probably weigh about the same as like a roll of fabric.
Shall we add that to the list of things to grab on our way out, along with the man in the other room?
Right, the man, the gold for the town.
Yes. Just in
Um,
case if we get into a combat and we destroy this heraldry by having it with us, and
right,
it's either that or we once again try to figure out what's in this bag and
right.
make some space, but I don't think now is
Multiple
the
trips.
time.
It's like when
Oh,
you go
yeah,
to
exactly.
to the market. You don't have to carry everything in one go.
Exactly.
Root. Right,
To
right.
grab a
No,
car to go multiple trips.
I'll leave it. We'll leave it for now, and we'll get it on our way out, and
Very
we have
good.
the rest of the day. So,
Yes.
let's keep
Yes,
going.
so there seems to be a door to another door to the north further along, a pathway to the south, like to the west and then the south around a corner, and there also seems to be a path to the east, like a door to the east.
Is there a door here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
I want to go look at that.
Okay. You go look through that door.
I'll instinctively go to head to the one that goes north and then see him, so I'll stop short of it, so I'm not like running off into a possible danger.
Right,
I'll,
I just
like,
have to see. I just have to see.
it's okay. I understand.
In this room, as you open the door, you see a tunnel leading downwards, like a specifically very steep tunnel that seems to be very loose stones, one that you probably wouldn't be able to easily climb back up. You do see that the end of it is filled with like jagged debris, but mostly in this room is just old decaying paintings and crumbling ornate pillars carved that seem to once have been men and women, human, that are holding up the ceiling that have crumbled and fallen down, some of them. Then this room seems particularly unstable. Be careful about
Right. Right. The pillars that seem to hold up the ceiling here are all crumbled, so I'm going to stay out of that room. I suggest you guys do as well.
From a quick glance, something of note is there are 6 pillars, and each one shows going from the bottom to the top, then from going from the bottom to the top on the right, then across, and then downwards again. Seems to show a progression of people going from skinny, weak, struggling to hold up the ceiling to more muscled, confident, happy, and by the end there is this what we call like an Adonis of a man. Of a woman holding up the ceiling and being very proud and happy about it. She's got a big smile on her face. She seems chiseled, funnily enough, pun intended. Holding up the ceiling with great pride is the most important thing to mention about it. Ease, but major pride. Like it goes from what seems like a struggle and an obligation to something that seems to be easy and prideful to do. So.
These pillars tell a story. If I was standing here, and I look in the direction of this other path, could I see anything, or just
No, the
this?
door is shut. There is a door there, but it seems to be shut, so you'd have to open it. There doesn't seem to be a lock on it though.
Mm.
Do it. Do it.
I think about Sal, and then I hear
Please
Briar say, "Do it."
I sneak up behind him. Do it.
Do it.
I go up next. Don't.
Do it. Do Gregor. You only have one chance. We're giving it over to someone
Okay.
else after this.
Okay, I'm gonna go really quickly.
No.
Okay.
Briar suddenly has like
So-
a black hood and just
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So I take
Gregor.
I take my axe and I do this, and I like
Run.
run really quickly.
Okay, yeah, no,
over to-
you run from one side to the other, and as you open the door, you do feel the whole room shudder a little bit as you
Okay.
open this big stone door. But you
Okay.
you wait there for a second, and nothing seems to fall, so you think you're good.
Okay,
As you open
cool, cool.
as you open the room, you find an actually remarkable room. This room seems to be mostly untouched by age. You see incredibly decorated tapestries lining the wall that show roll a religion check.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
You have advantage.
Tight. Change that.
I keep glancing at Thal and like getting embarrassed at what just happened. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That looks very nervous.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
You can't because you haven't really heard the story in character yet. You can't 100% place where this story comes from. But what you see is the story of what you can think is creation. You see a giant star, the sun. You see it's like people forming on the ground beneath it on this small globe that you can guess is Mireon. You see other countries on continents on Mireon on the planet that aren't Mireon that you've seen once before in a different realm. You see what looks like other gods that are angry, and then leading down the portrait you see a separation. You see one figure and then many others with a large gap between them. And the sort of coldness of space between those two those two groups of people, and then you see Legion. You see many people all burning, but not in pain. Like they seem to be embracing the flames around them, and that's where the end of the tapestry ends. At the bottom, you see many people joyous and rapturous whilst they burn.
Okay. Wow. I take note of that to pass that along.
You also
Or I'm. Go ahead.
So you also find a long dormant fireplace, a broken chaise lounge, and a fire. You find not much of note. You do see a trunk in the corner of the room, though.
And this room is untouched by age. It doesn't look like there's
yeah.
damage in this room.
There seems to be a little bit of damage. Like the room is aged, but everything within the room seems to be in pretty good shape still.
Okay. I want to go look at the trunk.
You open the trunk, and luckily nothing happens as you open it. You're expecting a trap for a moment, and you're fine.
Sure.
You do find within it though some fine silks that you could guess, being a bard, could be worth around like 100 gold pieces.
I wrap a couple of them around my neck like a scarf.
Okay, so you don't take enough to actually sell, but you cut some off with your dagger and you wrap it around. You have a nice silk scarf now.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.
It
seems to be a gradient. You can. It seems to be a gradient from like red to orange, then back to red, and then back to orange, like a gradient pattern. So you're wearing a really cool scarf right now.
Ombre silk. It's
Ombre
lovely.
silk.
It looks very similar to Husker's shawl.
It does actually. As you look behind the tapestry,
that's really nice. Yeah.
as you look behind the tapestry, you just find a cold stone wall.
Okay.
The tapestry, as you do touch it, the tapestry itself does feel warm to the touch.
Oh, interesting. Enchantment.
Right.
Good
Okay.
vibes from that.
Good
Josh.
vibes from the
Mhm.
enchantment.
Okay. I really like
I'll
this room, but I need to come back over there. Okay, so I grab my axe, hold it over.
I want to
Um,
say that I'm leading out, like holding out a hand to him, just not going into the room, but just getting ready to like pull him in.
Okay. As you're running back, Gregor, you do notice that there is another doorway further down on the same wall from that you entered. I'm just saying.
uh, uh, oh, you're saying like here?
Yeah, there seems to be a doorway here.
Okay. Maybe in like slow motion, you see him running and he glances over there and very much like, ooh, piece of candy. Um,
What room?
Ooh, shiny.
uh, and then he looks back and forth between where he's supposed to be going, decides that he's just gonna take a quick left. There's another one over here. We're just gonna have a quick gander because that other room seemed to be untouched by damage, really, and maybe this one is too.
Okay.
Where did he go?
I'll,
I don't see him.
I'll
He's
wait here
gone.
with my hand held out.
Gregor.
First sign of danger, you come back. You hear?
I will.
So Gregor, do you enter this room?
Yes.
As you open the door and you enter, I need you to make me a dexterity check.
Oh
Cool.
god. Oh god.
No.
Whatever the lack of checks were.
Dexterity check. Here we go.
Oh.
18.
18, that's good. As you step into the room, something feels wrong, and you just sort of stop. You don't put all your pressure onto your foot, but you push a little bit, and as you do, the floor collapses beneath you, like a part of it. And you see about a 40-foot deep pit made by some kind of creature. You think like some sort of burrowing creature, like a mole or something like that, but like a large one, with two like 5 foot circumference tunnels leading in and out of it. But luckily, you hold onto the door frame and you can step around into the room if you'd like.
Sure. I do that. I avoid the hole.
Stepping around the hall, you find a room that is pretty much empty. It's a very small, rectangular room. Most of it is covered in debris of a collapsed wall to the north of it. Let me reveal.
Mhm.
And what is left seems to have maybe been an area where where like the owners of the house would entertain guests. So there's like a small fireplace,
Right.
but most of it is covered in debris. Really, this is a very unremarkable room, but you do see finally one last not doorway, but like small corridor that seems to lead up a set of stairs, a very small set of stairs.
I don't tell them what I'm seeing then, yet. So, but I'm just gonna go. Uh, I'm gonna go take a look, quick up the stairs. Maybe pop a quick save right here. And then I'm gonna go look up the stairs.
You look up the stairs, and from where you are, you can see again what looks like the debris covering most of the room. This part, as I said, this part of the ruin seems to be very unstable, but you see bookshelves and very old books.
I want to try to bring back as many books as I can for Briar.
As you make your way up
Hmm.
into that room,
Yeah, I want to look at the books and see if
make
there's
me a death
anything
saving throw. No,
Okay.
you're good.
He's
You're
been
good.
going for a while. Do you typically just let him go off on his own like this? Should we go after him?
As
I'm
you
so scared of
Everything.
the room collapsing if we
Definitely
do.
we should.
As you enter the library area, the ancient library, you find most of the books are crumbled and destroyed, but there are a few that you can grab. One of which seems to be what feels like a familiar glass box. Um, the that seems to be untouched by age. Within it seems to be a single book.
It's in a glass box.
Seems to be in a glass box on like a pedestal.
Oh. I look at the pedestal really hard. and I want to see that if I want to discern if I lift up this box with the book in it, will something happen?
You can't really deduce that. Like you
Right.
look around, you don't see any like wires connected to the box. You don't see like any mechanical traps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm holding my hand towards the book, and I'm holding my hand towards the top of the stairs. I just want to get an idea of the measurement of like space, because my intention is to grab it, but then like exit as quickly as possible down the stairs.
So sorry, repeat that one more time, just so I know exactly what you're doing.
It's more for flavor. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, so it's about this far away from the book, is this far away from the entryway to the library, which are the top of the stairs. So I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to grab the book and like
Okay.
make a run for it in case something happens. And I do that. I grab the
Okay.
book.
You grab the book and you run, and as you grab it and you run, you're expecting the world to fall out around you, but it doesn't. You have the book in your hand.
Okay.
Taking a second to look at it, it seems to be made of a very the book binding, like the case, seems to be a hard case book that seems to be covered in a red leather that it seems to be stitched together from multiple different sources that are all different hues of red.
Is it familiar to me?
And not directly familiar to you, no. Not like you've not seen this
Okay.
book before.
Okay. Well, I have it now, so I'm going to make my way out as gingerly as possible, maybe sticking close to the walls as
Okay.
I exit.
Standing in doorways.
Yeah,
Is it the
standing
most
doors.
secure?
Still
I'm
holding
like,
the hand out.
I'm coming. I'm here. I'm coming. Here we
Something
go.
of note about the book, though, is that there seems to be a clasp holding it shut that has like a clawed hand on either side of the book. Looks
Interesting.
sort of like this. I will post an image in our chat. Really. But obviously with, like I said, the different hues of red leather binding the book.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a cool book.
Okay.
It's a cookbook, that's all.
Just a bunch of cookie recipes.
Whale carcass
cool.
recipes, yeah.
Okay.
Well, carcass. True.
Yep.
How to
It's all connected.
how to repair your baby whale.
It's one big chef.
Do I make it out?
Yes, you do. You do make it out safe.
Okay.
No, some space.
I found like 2 or 3 more rooms. Anyhow,
Are you
everything's
okay?
fine. I am.
Okay, good.
Look at this, and I hold it out for Briar. Do you know what this is?
Grabby. Give.
Grubby.
You know what it is? Just have a quick look. It seems to be a spell book though. That's one thing you can deduce from the fit amounts of like writing that seems to poke out of the edges. It seems to be arcane glyphs.
It feels like a grimoire. Can I open
Also
it?
a bit grim.
It is a bit grim. Can I open it?
You try to open it.
I look at the group. I've got like my hand on the clasp. I'm like, am I allowed? Is this okay?
Can we wait until we go out? Fire. What if something jumps out and this entire thing collapses because of it?
You're right. But also, what if we get in a fight and I would need whatever's in here?
Might as well open it then, it seems.
Gregor!
Is
What's
there any
going
way
on, Duke?
of looking at it? I don't really have a spell for anything on this. I just wasn't sure for the. He's a really poor cleric and not a temple cleric. But looking at it, does it come off as very like bad vibes at all to Ronan?
Yeah, I want to test that too. Actually, I want a divine sense.
Okay, so Ronan, you pick up sus vibes. Sal specifically, you know that the book gives off a very faint demonic energy.
That's demons. That's demons.
That's demons.
It's the goo. It's the goo all over again. I put it in my book bag. I'll leave it.
Thank you.
I'd be
But
very
I'm
careful looking at that.
I'm letting you all know that I do intend to open it at some point.
That's fine. Just as long
Yes.
as we're not in a very unstable room.
I'll wait till we're in a safer space.
I mean, to be fair, we do have a death ward, so it's like a...
Now is the time. I start pulling it back out of my book bag.
Like,
Mm,
or
I'll
I
wait.
can always recast it later.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's okay.
Right.
I close it over
Okay.
later.
Oof. We need to hire someone that has way more death wards available for you guys. You just do whatever you want and just continue casting it.
Are we done with those rooms? Is there anything else important in there, or should we head to the north? As I'm like slowly taking steps over to the door that's going north.
Right.
Anything
Head
else?
that way.
Okay. I try to push the door open.
Up.
Okay. I'm just checking something. Okay, cool.
I'm just checking the stat block of this monster real quick.
Yeah, honestly. So you guys are heading north or south from her?
I'm heading north. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, as you head around this corner, as you head to there, you can see around this corner a bit better, and you see that there seems to be another corridor that leads a slightly more south.
This building is huge.
Yeah.
And yet
Jesus.
still no sign of an elemental or a bottle.
I know. Can you imagine
Oh,
if this was a house that you lived in?
That is a very good point. Thank you, Ronan. There does seem to be a little bit of a trail of water leading through the first room, through the room that you just with the statue with the pillars that hold up the roof, the room that you're currently in, and then does seem to go north up these stairs.
Oh, we're going.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I found the puddle.
Yeah,
Well,
as you say, you're like, there's no trace of water elemental, and then God shines down upon you and goes, "There you go, my child."
I have a hole in my boot. It finally got through to the sock. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that before.
I'm so sorry.
I was standing in it when we were waiting for Gregor to come back. I'm so sorry.
Do you think he feels that? Is it part of you? I start heading up the stairs.
I don't think you like being in a sock.
Oh no. Would anyone like being in a sock? Not me.
So you head up the stairs rather than south, just making sure.
Yes.
Okay. You head into this room.
When the DM asks, "Are you sure?" It's always a good sign.
I'm just making sure. Sevens. As you walk up these stairs, you enter a room that is foul. There is a foul stench in this room. And you, first of all, as you enter the room, you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to throw up again.
You are affronted by a foul smell. Buzzing flies, old cookware, pots filled with mold. It seems to really just be a writhing mass within these pots that seem to move on their own. Old food. But one specific thing that you notice, as you finally enter this room, you hear muttering coming further north.
We have to go through. I rolled an 8, by the way.
You throw up.
RE7 kitchen.
You take 4 points of poison damage and you throw up.
Ronan, can you do your thing, please? Make it smell nice.
Oh yeah, sure. And I do a little druid craft of just like lavender, like right under there.
You get puffed in your face with lavender.
Like mold and lavender. It's like when you axe spray over some beer.
Yeah. It just doesn't really work. It like gives you a bit of rest by for like an hour and then it's gone, you know?
I really quickly huff in the lavender. And then I close my nose and try to keep the lavender smell inside. I'm like,
I'm the same person that drank milk. Bag of holding. That's fascinating.
Well, I had to know. Like, I start heading through the rotten room.
Okay.
I'll pluck my nose and follow.
And I try to find the cleanest path. I'm like tiptoeing through over all the mold and stuff.
You try very hard.
I'm trying.
Everyone, as soon as you enter this room, I need everyone to roll me a Constitution check. I'll say save. I'll say save.
Is mine already done?
Yours is done. You already failed. I got poisoned.
Sweet.
Oh, you also have the poison condition.
Oh, sweet. Love that.
You said a check or a
Saving
sorry,
throw.
Check.
So you technically all get
Plus
plus 4.
You get +4.
19 plus 4, 23.
Oh, yeah, I didn't add it +4 onto
It wouldn't
mine.
have helped.
Okay.
Mm,
15
rip.
for me.
15. So we have a
Uh,
15, a 13, and a 19. The 15 and the 19 succeed. You guys hold your nose, head down, just try to make your way through the room as quick as you can. Thal, as you're walking in, you step on something. As you do, you look down, and it seems to, like, as you pull your foot away, it pulls away like chewing gum, but it definitely isn't chewing gum. Like, there's like strands between it. Then you see that, and as soon as you do that, you take a gasp inwards, and you get
Oh, no.
filled with this like stench and this whatever this is, and you instantly throw up, and you take
Oh, God.
6 points of poison damage.
oh yeah, I'm back to green, so I have resistance.
Hey.
This is natural for me.
When he throws up, does he just add to the poison?
He just threw up a bit of poison, yeah.
A druid craft
Don't-
again.
Don't step at that. Don't touch that.
And the
Come
rest
on.
of you also have the poisoned condition though, Thal.
Dang.
And everywhere you walk, you hear like a squelching sound, and your foot slightly sticks to the ground.
Oh, that's the worst.
Which is made even worse when you remember that Dragonborn don't wear shoes.
No.
Ugh.
It's
It's in
bare
my claws.
toesies. Oh.
It starts with my claws.
Not his tootsies.
Not these tootsies. No.
I just want you all to know, I hate it here.
Yes, same.
Come on.
Oh, that's
Hurry up.
Oh,
But there is one nice clean path through this room that seems to have been made by a elemental of water, perhaps cleaning it on their way through naturally. So you just open this door.
Yeah, I was trying to get out as fast as possible because it was bad smells.
Okay, as you open this door, you see a large, lavish room. There's something specific about this door, though, is the door to it seems to not be made out of stone like the rest of them, but made out of a wrought iron. A very thick, heavy door. And as you pull it open, you see a large, lavish, lavishly decorated room that seems to be pristine. It seems to have no decay, nothing bad within it, and the room is covered in gold finery, jewels, and like what seems like old anchors that have been polished, but still have the barnacles on them. What seems like remnants of old shipwrecks and like pieces of sails that seem to be decorated in bright colors. It seems like this room is just incredibly decorated, and as you start to look around, you notice a large, almost fish-like creature.
Oh dear.
Let me pull it up really quick. There it is. You see a creature that has a fish's head but a humanoid body. It seems to be covered in finery of amethyst and blues and whites and yellows. But from the waist down, there is not legs, but a swirling vortex of water that seems to just disappear into the ground. You find a Merid. Let me post a picture in the chat for you.
What a lad.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you come in yet.
I'm gonna sort of
You
straighten
also
up.
notice that there is a water elemental also in.
We found
is it our
them.
homie?
You see the Merid taking a bottle from the water elemental, so you can guess probably is your homie.
Yeah. Cool.
And then as he takes it, the Merid looks up, smiles, and waves his hand, and the water elemental splatters against the wall and drips onto the ground.
Oh.
Buddy.
You guys could talk to it.
Ooh. Yes.
So you should take the lead just in case.
All right.
Real quick, is
go
there
for it.
anything in this area? Like, Ronan's just kind of looking real quick.
That
to see
area
what's
is like an old stove that is just like that's where the pots of this like writhing mass is. As you look
Yeah.
over it, it looks like there's colonies of insects and fungi and just everything. Like it's kind of interesting in a way. It is disgusting, but it's interesting to see like what can develop over this amount of time.
Oh, well, maybe later. Can we get into the other room?
Go.
Trying to hold
Yeah.
his breath.
The Merry seems to be sat on like this large 4-poster bed. That seems to be now very damp.
Is this a
Hmm.
pillar?
Yes,
in this
they are
room is there
pillars.
pillars? Could I try to quietly, without getting caught, just go around this corner,
Want me
like to
stealth?
here,
You can try.
whilst the other two are doing whatever they're doing? Still. 9.
9.
So I will say, now I will need to head out in like 5 minutes. So
Yeah, I was prepared for that, Joe. Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, cool. So I would look over my shoulder to make sure Ronan's there. And then I want to walk in and say, "Hello, friend. Hail and well met."
And as you say that,
In
this
primordial or whatever.
Mary that seems to be looking down at this bottle looks up and in the same language of like the bubbling and the hissing of water and the rushing goes, "Oh hello, good to meet you." And then that's where we're gonna end the session for today.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
He doesn't look angry like he's going to
He
try to
doesn't.
hit
He
us.
seems very relieved.
Relieved.
Mm-hmm. And that's we're gonna end the session for today.
Because he got his bottle.
So
What is in it though?
it was nice having everyone here again. Sorry, I got so thrown off by the ending of the ending of that session myself.
Yeah, I'm not DMing anymore.
No, I'm out. It's done. Because normally we always end on like this like really intense moment, and this time we ended on "Oh hello."
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us again today. I don't know if Mike's coming back. I don't know like how long really I would need you for if you're available or anything. So
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
what
not
the
sure
deal
how
is.
next week will look, but I'll talk to you for sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. If he doesn't, thank you to Mike for joining us.
Thank you.
For the last 2 weeks. Gaiona, can you do the shout out in chat? Can you do that? Is you
I can
allowed to?
obviously do a share in chat.
Although I'm pretty sure most people already know about because considering we
Almost
raided last
definitely.
night and most of them probably come from Mike. But thank you for joining us. We really appreciated having you here. It was so much fun.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you to my usual players, Joe, Yona, and Dave, for joining us. Everyone, we'll see you all next week to continue. Oh.
Finish the prediction that you started at the start of.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Prediction, where is it?
It shall never be decided.
Back. Choose outcome. No one died. Well done, guys.
No one died.
Woo.
You'll love to see it.
Yes, thank you for joining us. So the rest of the week on Sunday, we may have something. We need to work out if the stream stuff will work, but we sometimes do Sundays for the boys where me, Dave, Greg, and Yona sometimes play just random video games. Then Monday, we don't really have anything planned. Monday, I think, is usually our day off. Tuesday, though, Yona sometimes does a stream. Wednesday, we should this week, fingers crossed if everything goes well, be doing our watch parties for The Legend of Vox Machina. We're excited. We still haven't watched it yet. We still avoided it up until this point. So as long as everything goes well, Wednesday will be that day. Thursday is Yona time. Yes. So Yona just does something that she wants to do. And then
I feel like.
Then back around to Friday. We have Friday as we did last night. Hopefully this week will go just as well as last night. And then finally, next Saturday, we have another session. Who that's with or what that entails will be decided throughout the week, but we appreciate you all being here so much, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. And remember, if you have any friends that you think would like the content, remember to share it, because we're like 3 people or 2 people or something away from 100, and that would be really